Hello. Hi, Coffee Mama.
Hello. Hello,
One
Krista.
minute I'll call you Coffee Mama. The next minute I'll call you Voke. Can you hear me?
It's fine. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me also?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I
Good.
warned you. I said I'm in transit, that you should you should forgive me. I'm on the road. Pardon
It's,
me.
it's fine. It's one of those things we understand.
But it's okay. So maybe we'll call today's own roadside chat since we're not by the fireside. Fire roadside chats. Oh, hello everyone. How are you? Welcome, Clara. Welcome, Seven Masters. All welcome. And in a few, I'm happy to have you here. Hello, Spruce Space. Ebimi, how are you? Christine, Sheung, thank you so much for joining us. We're very happy to have you on here. So, my name is Cresta Durojaye, and I am the founder and president of Apon. And Apon is the Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals in Nigeria. So, in this season, we decided that we were going to, yay, I see some wavings. Hiya. In this season, we decided that we're going to bring Apon out to the limelight for people to see and people to hear and know. So we've been having a lot of questions. Queen Eye of the Mic, I see you. Hi. People have been asking a lot of questions lately, and awareness is growing and the industry is becoming more popular. Since we started talking about Apon, we've gotten a lot of new members, people who have been organizing, but they didn't even know that there was an association that could support them. So it's a good thing that we're doing, and we are so happy. Ami Haruna, thank you for joining us. So today I have a special person with me, but before I bring her on to introduce herself, I would like to say to everyone on here, if you have any friend who you know just loves to organize, they just love to touch things everywhere they go. Something is not straight, they want to straighten it. Something is not in the right place, they want to move it and shift it. If you have those friends, those family members, or they're part of your network, just give them a buzz now. Call them. There's usually a button that allows you to invite people on the Instagram Live. You may want to use that to make your work faster, but invite them to come here. They don't have to be professional organizers. However, if you have people who are already professional organizers, please bring them here. Those who want to join, bring them here. Just invite anybody. If you even know of somebody who is unsure what they want to do at this stage of their lives, come. We're going to teach you. You will learn the skill of organizing. And we agreed here that professional organizing is a life skill, a survival skill. So call all your friends you know that you want to survive and let them come on board. Okay, so while you're calling them, let me look at the beautiful lady here so she can introduce herself. You look amazing, by the way. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine. And you?
Yay, you sure do look fine. I'm okay, apart from the fact that I'm in transit. So, I would like you to
All
tell
right,
us,
acceptable.
what is your name, and what area of professional organizing are you particularly focused on? And tell us also your role in Apon. So over to you.
Okay. So thank you, Krista, once again, and I'm glad we're doing this. So to start with, my name is Vokil Susulua. I'm the founder of Comfy Mama Lifestyle, which is a brand that is dedicated to helping families and overwhelmed moms create organizing systems such that they can create an organized and clutter-free life. We also provide home management tools so that they can structure their home in such a way that they can, as it were, run their home on autopilot. And I'm a mom to two beautiful kids. I reside in
Yay.
Lagos, and I generally see myself as a creative person, and I love to explore new ideas. And with regards to Apon, I'm the content manager and growth strategist for Apon. So that's a,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So, with what you said, I'm just tempted to ask, what exactly would you say compelled you to go into professional organizing as a career and as
In fact,
a business?
yeah, okay, there are layers to this answer that I'm going to give to you because
Interesting.
it dates as far back as when I was still living with my parents. So, and like with every home organizer, every professional organizer, I think being an organizer is something that is innate in us. We just have that skill.
Hmm.
We see a place and we take over, tidy here, tidy there. So when growing up, I was one of those kids that is always rearranging furniture, trying to put things in place in
Wow.
the house. Um, I might not like every other chore, but when it comes to housekeeping, I'm always at the forefront, and they know me
Hmm.
for that. And everybody was glad to
Woohoo.
let me do that. And I really love. So I can go on and on for hours just trying to arrange the house, organize the house. I never get tired of doing it. And I would say that my father was my first client, though an unwilling client. I actually
Interesting.
forced myself on him. So his study was area. So when I go into his study, I always want to rearrange, organize, color code his books. And the man would tell me, "Thank you very much, I appreciate it. But at this point, I don't know where anything is again. When it was a mess, I know where everything is. But now that you've brought order." So he would say, "Thank you very much. But at this point, you have to take him through to understand where everything is." So that is where I would say I displayed my skills as an organizer. Then programs such as Clean House Come Clean and Clean House was a major
Hmm.
inspiration. When I saw how they transform a house, especially
Wow.
home clutter, when they declutter it, then they now add a little bit of interior design to it, it was amazing. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess it kind of lit a fire under me to say, wow, I can actually explore this
Hmm.
as a profession. But at that point, I was still in school, so I've not been able to, I didn't put that to convert that into a business.
Hmm.
It was when I started having kids, I realized that at the core of managing a home,
Mm-hmm.
organizing has to play a central place. We see a lot of moms
Exactly.
out there, they're overwhelmed, they're suffering from burnout, they're all stressed all the time, and it's
Hmm.
because so much is going on. As moms, we always want to multitask, do this, do that. So, and I realized that what helps keeps a mom grounded and help her to deal with overwhelm is basically being organized. So I started writing blogs. I had a blog. I was writing about home management, home
Mm-hmm.
tips, home art, and that was on that basis I started Comfy Mama Lifestyle. Till I now,
Wow.
okay, how the experience of clean house come clean, then I now decide to convert it into a business. So that's about it.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Those were beautiful layers that you just unfolded or unveiled for us. Thank you for sharing. And I'm seeing Clara saying right away. Thank you, Clara. And I see Doc Masters in the house. Happy to have you here. And then Queen Eye of the Mic. She says organizers are the prettiest. Oh my goodness. Bring it on, bring it on. Let me fan myself because I was complaining last week Friday on the fireside chat. I said I had to tell one lady that I was going to bounce her. Every organizer we have there on that group, pretty looking ladies, and I'm like, hello, how are you people doing this thing? Looking pretty and organizing. So it looks like, look, just go out to the street. Any pretty lady you see, bring her in because that means she's a professional organizer. That's the only explanation. So now that they're hailing organizers are the prettiest, oh my God. Bring
It's
in
going
all the pretty ladies. Let them come.
it's going to be a hashtag for us very soon.
Yes. And Clara is saying I'm an overwhelmed mom. So Comfy Mama out. Someone says Comfy Mama in the house. And let's see. Hello, Nkaje. We are happy to have you here. So I'm just going to be asking us. If you have any questions as we go on, you can just put it in the chat and we will come to it as we progress. And if you also just have any interesting scenarios, or you think that you need organizing, let us know in the chat. Or you're here and you just want to be part of the organizing association, just so you can enjoy your passion for organizing, not necessarily for business. Also, let us know in the comment section. So back to you, Voke. Now, I'm just wondering to myself, you said you had you joined organizing, or you started organizing as a career because you mentioned the various layers and how you grew your passion. So I'm now wondering, could there be some other layer to you that you haven't told us? Because how then do you come about being the content manager or growth strategist? So I feel like there's some part of you, some layer that you haven't yet divulged. So perhaps you would want to tell us about that, and because there has to be an explanation for why you, the organizer, is the one in charge of content management and growth strategy. You want to tell us something about that?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I'll be happy to do that. So I didn't want to overwhelm everyone with so much information when you asked me to introduce myself. So now that you give me the
We're
opportunity,
ready for you. We're by
so
fire,
let me
so
go
we will take it.
ahead. So I've always been fascinated by tech, as in what happens behind the scenes in the tech world. So sometime last year, I took a break from Comfy Mama lifestyle. Not a complete break, Comfy Mama lifestyle, to explore tech. And I did some courses and internship in UX, UI design.
Wow.
And I went for that to web design. I went for that to copywriting, content writing, strategy planning, SEO, and all of that. So with all that information, I felt as in I was all popped up, all energized to help Apon also come to the limelight to add that passion and that fire. So tech plus organizing, I bring all that together so that as an association we can grow, because we have a lot to offer, honestly.
Wow. Coffee Mama in the house. I'm saluting you. And when you were calling all of those things, I'm like, oh my God. So there's beauty and there's brains when you come into the Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals in Nigeria. We're not just there to play, we are not there to play. So you can hear all that she has said: UX design and content management, copywriting. These are skills, and she took time off, not fully, to go and develop herself. So over here in Apon, one thing I have observed about the ladies, you heard Adama last week, our vice president, and she talked so passionately about document control and document organizing. Now this week, Comfy Mama is talking about her own passion in tech. And she didn't just leave it as a passion. She went the extra mile to get internships and trainings done on it. And just so you know, even I took a brief moment off, to go study some tech skills, Scrum Master. So you hear me sometimes saying when I'm not doing my day job as a Scrum Master. So there are many parts to us, and we have extra skills. And what are you waiting for? If you feel that you have some skills there and you're wondering, okay, I am already a so I cannot be an organizer. No, we have heavy beauty and brains here, and you can hear it for yourself week after week. You heard Shala in the first week. She also mentioned her other areas that she's involved in. So you know that professional organizing can blend into every area of your life. I remember somebody saying last week when we were talking about, I think tech failed us, and they say there's tech organizing, there's everything, there's organizing in every aspect. You agree with me, right, Comfy Mama?
Yes, I do, because recently I've been we spent so much time online. I know there was a time when planners were the in thing. Everybody wanted color-coded planners to plan their activities. And a little research I did found out that most people, it didn't really help them out, because you find out that your planner is something you have to move around with. And I always say, once you give birth, there's always this mommy brain that never leaves you entirely. Sometimes we forget
Yeah.
things, and we need to get organized, not just this, but our schedules, our to-do list. And if you all have all that in a book, in a planner, that you cannot go everywhere with, what happens? And your brain fails you, what happens? So that's why I was, I think for the past 1 week also, I've been exploring, I've been explaining to people, or trying to bring awareness to the fact that use your Google Calendar. That is a
I love
digital
that.
calendar. So I
I
think with Apon,
love that.
okay, so we're ready to take organizing into the future. Organizing is not just pretty spaces, color-coded closets. It is more than that, and that is what we want to
Mm-hmm.
explain and show to everyone. So a bit of tech into organizing, and that's the future.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you see, let me confess to everybody now, I have this problem. And Shola is always making fun of me. If she's watching this video now, I know she's going to come behind the scenes after to say, why were you nodding? So when you are saying something that is making, I don't know how not to nod. So before I know what is happening, I'm already nodding like this. I should be saying, why are you nodding like an agama lizard? And I'm like, please just leave me. Even when someone is not talking to me and I feel like I'm saying something, I'll just start nodding. So if you have been watching me and you're wondering why I have been nodding repeatedly, please just bear with me. It comes with the Cresta territory. I don't know how not to nod when the thing is making sense. So watch out for my nods. And if you want to just, support me so that I don't feel all alone, please just nod along also so that I know I have support. Oh, so Coffee Mama, I'm just wondering. Everybody comes and they're talking about organizing, how they're passionate about it. Ada mentioned last week how she learned document organizing from her dad without knowing. And you have come, you've said yours. Shola said her own on the first week. And I'm wondering whether I'm the only one alone. Now, in my case, yes, I am organized. I love an organized space. And I would love for my house to be organized all the time. But I find out that I have to do a lot of talking and shouting. Who left this here? Who put this? A home for everything, everything in its place. I'll be chanting different things here and there. I just want to know, in your case, Comfy Mama, how is the organizing territory going about in your home? Are people aligning? Are they falling in line like you would love to? Or just share with us, tell us, how is it back home with it?
Okay. I'm laughing though, because honestly,
Oh
we come on social media, Instagram, and preach everything in its place, everything should have a home. It sounds very easy, but in reality, it's not been so 100% successful in the house, because on my own part, I've actually
because
put those
obviously you don't
systems
live
in.
alone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've put those systems in place. But my kids, sometimes like they just want to frustrate me, honestly. And it's like enough.
I
It
can
feels like they're going all
relate.
out, frustrate my efforts. But the funny thing, when you're not around, is when you now see that what you've put in place is actually working. So let me
Okay.
give you a funny story. My daughter, when we go shopping, this is what she does. When we are at the payout counter, all the things we've bought, she starts arranging them according to size,
Really?
like items together.
Wow.
She is able to
Hmm.
to scan the whole items. So those are
Hmm.
little glimpses of the fact that it might seem like they're frustrating you, but just be consistent with what you're doing, and in the long run, it will pay off.
Hmm.
So when they go to school, sometimes it also, especially for my daughter, it shows in her class. She's the organizer, the teacher's assistant. It shows with my.
Wow.
If I'm not at home, they know, okay, bedtime is 8 o'clock. It's a struggle sometimes, but most part of the time they stick to it.
Hmm.
They know when they come from. The thing is, on your own part as a mom, create those systems so that they can follow.
True.
When you're not around,
True.
they end up doing it. Like when they come from school, they know that your clothes, your uniform, straight to the laundry basket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you have your bag. There's a routine.
Oh, I want to
Just be consistent with
clap.
it, and in the long term, to pair up.
Yeah.
So that we're organizers does not mean that at home everything is prim and proper or everything is perfect. Sometimes to
Mm.
get it right, sometimes what do we do?
Well done, Comfy Mama. And your story is not any different from the rest of us, you know. But like you said, if you look very well, you will see that changes are happening gradually
Yeah,
and it is going in. Even they may not realize, like Ada said, she didn't even know until years after. And she remembered that, oh my God, this thing came from my dad because he would send me
exactly.
to his document drawer, go upstairs, the second drawer by the left, the second to the last envelope inside, you see your school fees receipt, and without him going there, you know.
Yeah.
So I just want to encourage anybody online right now, whether you have children or you're a parent figure to anybody or a mentor, don't get tired of introducing those organizing structures. Just put them in, get it right at the beginning, and they shouldn't, because organizing is a journey in itself. It's not a destination, so you never really
Exactly.
arrive, you know. You just keep getting better and better. So if you're here and you also want to just learn so that you can help your children, you know, get organized, because to tell you the truth, if you can get your children to get organized from an early age, you find out that it helps them to become more responsible. They without even knowing it, they begin to learn the importance of doing things right, you know. So I want to encourage you, if you're here, you can still join Apon, right? And you will definitely learn and benefit from something. Pardon me, you know I'm in transit, so you may
No, it's
hear
not
any
right. You
sound, just
explained yourself already.
pardon me. So over to you again, Coffee Mama. I am just wondering, what are, you know, some interesting things that have happened in your journey of organizing? I'm going to come to Apon, you know, in itself and what you have to offer. But I just want people to hear, you know, what are some of the interesting or dramatic experiences you've had as a professional organizer on your job? You know, if they, maybe you will split it in two. You first tell us about the one of the most ridiculous ones that you experienced, and then tell us one that just really left you very happy, that I love what I do, I'm happy with what I do. So just share with us and let's hear you.
Okay. Okay. I would say I've not really had really crazy experiences.
Mm,
Honestly, I'll be honest about that. Because I think my clients, when they come, because of the way I've structured the process before we get to the payout stage, I've structured in such a way that they know what to expect,
mm,
they know how we work, and there's more cooperation than frustration when working with my clients. So
mm,
I would say I don't really have any crazy story,
mm,
but let me go back to when I first started creating content on Instagram. It was frustrating because people like, what is she doing? What is this? What is organizing in Nigeria? You must be joking. You're kidding yourself. You know, there was a lot of apathy that came
mm.
with trying to promote the business, and people felt that I was just kidding myself, that it's not something Nigerians will key into, that they will buy into. When even people even came to inquire about my services, they were charging it as low. They were pricing it as low as 5,000 naira.
Wow. What?
If you want to say ridiculous experience, I would say that is it. I'm telling you, at the beginning, there when I first started out on Instagram, and I was like, oh, is there something I'm doing wrong that someone would price me as low as 5,000 naira?
Wow.
So basically, I would say what happened is at that stage was because the awareness was not there. People didn't understand what I was doing. They thought it was a regular cleaning job.
Mm-hmm,
They didn't
mm-hmm.
know that it was just more than housekeeping or cleaning an area. Then for that's basically the challenge, and it was at the initial stage when I first started out on Instagram. But now, no, I don't have that problem anymore, honestly, and thankfully. The smile and the grateful attitude
Mm,
that I get
mm.
from.
I love that one.
So how grateful they are. See, they've paid you money, oh, they've paid
Mm.
you money. For someone to pay you money and still thank you and pray for you,
Wow.
that's the icing
Wow.
on the cake. That's the icing on the cake. And because of what you've done, they keep referring you, and the reviews they give to you are what keeps me going in this business organizing here. So the joy is basically how my clients react after I'm done with their space. Because sometimes, honestly, when you see some spaces, you see a lot of clutter, and sometimes they even feel that I guess they might be feeling like, are you sure she'll be able to do this? Then when we're done, I will bring that, clear out all the clutter and give them an empty space to work with, or a blank slate, as it were, to create new memories for them. The gratitude, the how thankful they are, really is what brings me joy, and that's what keeps me going. So when you say organizers are beautiful, it's because of this. This is our secret. Our clients pray for us. They are so thankful.
Please
They keep referring
put
us.
those
It gives us
emojis
joy.
in the box. Let's see. Keep them coming as she's talking.
So a happy face, when you're always happy, then it's somehow it translates into looking pretty or looking beautiful. So say that,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that. I want to see those emojis. I want to see those comments, those encouraging comments. Now, there's something she has said that's just making me beam. This is where I'll say I'm grinning from ear to ear. And back in secondary school, we always used to say, "Why is she grinning like a Cheshire cat?" I've never seen a Cheshire cat. I don't know what a Cheshire cat looks like and why they use that. Maybe I should go and check. Google will always tell me, but right now I'm grinning like a Cheshire cat because she said something that just hit my sweet spot. You know, that when they say organizers are beautiful, that it's because of the beauty we're bringing, the joy we're bringing to people's lives and homes. And so when they are so happy, we are also happy and we are smiling. And when you're always smiling, you tend to always look beautiful. So
Yeah.
if you have been feeling not so beautiful, now come and be a professional organizer. Come and organize. Even if you do it for yourself or your mom or in your home, all around, you find out that you just be happy. And when you're happy, you're smiling. When you're smiling,
Yeah.
you're looking beautiful. So if you know anybody that is looking for a beauty spa, send them to Apon. We will find a way to convert the organizing into beauty eventually. So thank you so much, Coffee Mama, for sharing that.
Please don't put that on pot me. Oh, that has not been tested and tried.
I have already confirmed it because I've been wondering how is it that every single lady coming into Apon and is organizing is looking beautiful. What is it? Now I have found the secret. Quotes me. I say it with my full chest, like Nigerians
I
will say,
be
with my full chest. Quote me. Okay, well done, Comfy Mama. I am enjoying my chat with you. There's one
in
part
here.
that she did not totally say, and she did share something with us over the weekend, and it just completely blew my mind and it melted my heart. Sometimes you do stuff, but you don't realize the amount of joy that you bring to people. So part of what we do in organizing spaces sometimes is when people are bereaved and they are just not in the condition or frame of mind all of those things and putting yourself in that difficult and awkward state of mind. We come in and we organize and help clear out after there's been a bereavement. And recently, when she mentioned that she had to do, that for a family that lost a teenager or something like that, and after the job, the client was so happy and she prayed for her over and over. So when she said that, and she said, imagine being paid, and then on top of it, the client is praying for you. So there's a lot that professional organizers do that sometimes we ourselves even take for granted. When she
Yeah,
told me
and
that, it
yeah.
melted me. Yeah, sis, you wanted to say
Honestly,
something?
Crystal, I would say we're not doing enough to really tell people how much impact we're making in people's
I
lives.
agree.
I think this new side to Apon is what we're trying to do. Sorry to jump the gun,
No, no, it's
honestly, but
okay.
I just had to bring this in that we're not creating enough awareness. People think organizing is just about having beautiful storage containers, your pantry is looking beautiful, your closet is color coded. That there's more to it than that. Organizing touches all aspects of your lives, and we make a difference in people's lives. We make their lives easier to deal with, honestly. So
Okay,
if,
so
if we need to create more awareness about that, as to with regard to even mental health, how it contributes, not just your space alone. It does a lot, honestly, and I
yeah,
think we need to do
I
more in
agree with
creating awareness
you.
about that.
And I was just going to say, before I say to you, I was just going to say, I've been seeing 9 people on the live for a long time. So people have just settled down. They've come in, they've kept their handbags, they've sat down, they've served themselves drink and popcorn, and they have forgotten to go and call their network to say, look, come and listen. Come and you see who you've been having an issue with organizing. I know who can invite your friends, bring them on and let them hear all of this. So back to you, Voke. Now, you
Yeah.
mentioned that we have not been creating awareness enough, and I
Mhm.
100% agree with you. And that is why you are here. Our content manager is why you are here. In fact, if you have been following the Apon page for a long time, for years, we've been posting from nowhere. This woman came, Voke, with her problem. She came and felt that she needed to organize our Apon page, and she brought her organizing and tech skills to come and bring that touch of organizing. And she was like, look, we have to pull down, we have to do this, we have to archive this, we have to do that. I'm like, hey, we're decluttering our Apon
Yes.
page. And that's how
Yeah.
decluttering started. We decluttered the page, emptied it, and then we started putting structure in place. And she was like, we need to create awareness, we need to come out, we need to do a live. Me, that even to just record a video, they will be chasing me around. Dami's on
I
this
have the
call.
same
She helps us.
problem too. I'm guilty. Guilty.
She helps us with our social media. Dami will be chasing me around. Mrs. D, we need to do a video. Mrs. D, I'll say, Dami, can you just please, I cannot do it this way. Can you manage a photograph? She'll say, okay, we'll manage. The next month again, she'll call Mrs. D, I'll be running. Anytime the fear of Dami is the beginning of running away, I will see Dami and I'll run. So Comfy Mama now came and insisted that, look, we need to put some structure in place to put us out there, to make people understand more that we are not doing enough in terms of awareness. If fellow organizers don't even know that we have an association where they can be part of something, where they can grow, where they can be taught, and where they can have exposure, that then we're not doing something right. And so
Yeah.
that's how come our Voke came along to take on this role, and she said she was going to handle it, and she's been doing an amazing job. She dragged me out of my hiding place and brought me out here to be talking every Friday. For me to be talking like this every Friday, then just know that already Voke is doing an amazing job. So Voke, can you tell us what are some of the plans that you have? And we are already seeing it happening. We are seeing transformation. We've been having new members coming. Tell us, what are your plans for Apon as our content?
Much because you
I
warned us
think so.
repeatedly about
Don't.
that. Yes. So I will just give like snippets of what is in store
Mm-hmm.
for Apon, my contribution to Apon. So for me, I think there's this stereotype about decluttering and organizing, and I know we do more than that. And it's getting to a point, even the business people are beginning to feel like, what do you even do? It's not just to buy containers and put stuff inside. So why should I spend money, so much money to hire a professional organizer to come to my home? And with lots of vendors coming online selling beautiful storage items, people just feel, what is the big deal? I'll put all my clutter into a container and that's all. I'm done organizing, and I've skipped the part where I have to pay, and I've saved a lot of money having to hire a professional organizer. So what I intend to do along with the business development team and others is that we want to change the stereotype about decluttering and organizing in Nigeria. Secondly, because you can be beautiful, and if you are locked in the house, nobody appreciates you or yourself out there, then people are like, oh wow, you look beautiful. When people see you, only then they can appreciate you, then compliment you. So Apon has a lot to offer, and we need to do so much to make Apon visible. So that's where I will come in with SEO strategies, social media strategies to help us gain visibility. And plan is also in place to gather professional organizers from different parts of Nigeria together, because I get a lot of DM people asking me, do you actually make money from this? Really? How can I do this? How can I do that? And I realized that it's not something I want to take upon myself to say, okay, let me start creating courses to teach people. No. Right from for a long time now, we've had the association, but people don't know we exist. So it's about time we create more awareness as to what Apon is, what Apon can help you achieve as a professional organizer. Because for us, when we were starting, we made a lot of mistakes. But over the
Yeah.
years, we've learned and unlearned so many things that we should do and what we should not do. So you don't
True
have
that.
to, as a professional organizer, you don't need to start from the scratch. Apon is going to equip you with the tools necessary for you to start your business
Yes,
without
ma'am.
having to stress. Whether you have a portfolio, you don't have a portfolio, we have a strategy to help you put your business out there and establish yourself as an authority. Last week, Ada was here and she presented herself as an expert in document organizing. Many people are not aware of that. So we need to let people know that it's not, we have organizers for in different niches, and we need to make that known. Much you can help people. So basically, the strategy will be around the business aspect of professional organizing,
True.
using content and social media strategies to help them gain visibility
Beautiful.
rather. Yeah, so they can grow their business from the scratch without necessarily having to go through all the rigors that we went through. So we're going to make it easy for them. We are the sacrificial lamp, as it were. We've been through, we've done that. Like I told you when I first started, someone was charging me, pricing me for as low as 5,000 naira. So with what we have in place, it won't happen to you. So with us, we're going to hold you by the hands and help you start your career in professional organizing. So we have
Correct.
all that. So
Wow, wow. Thank you, Voke. Thank you. So it's gonna just get better, honestly. And we
yes,
mentioned
it
that part of what people should look forward to is the fact that going forward, you're not going to be worrying yourself about, how can I bring a stranger into my home? Most of the
exactly.
organizers that will be within APON are going to be verified, as in we're going to carry out security checks and make sure that they have the verified APON verified tick. It's not only, let me change my accent now. It's not only Instagram that will be having the blue tick, the verification. No. So by all means, for your safety, and you had better not hire the person. And then if the person feels that they have everything in order, then they need to come and be with Apon and get that verification tick, so that our clients can have peace of mind and know that if this person has the Apon verification tick, then I'm good to hire them and bring them in. And we also said that you will not need to worry, because we would have insurance in place. If any organizer is working, accidents happen. If anything breaks, because they have the Apon insurance cover, whatever it is, the insurance company will take, and your mind will just be at rest. So these are some of the beautiful things we're doing, and Vocare is going to help us publicize all of these things so that you know what is attainable and what you can get, So it's exciting. But Voke, I'm going to ask you one question, because I
Okay.
know that we have this target, growth target of achieving 50 members by the end of this year, 2020 targets. Because let me explain, apart from just having more people, the more the merrier, there are also associations, global associations of professional organizing associations. So APON is also aspiring to be part of those global associations that belong to the we have aspirations, but we're taking in bite-sized goals and targets is to hit 50 members by the end of 2023. So can you tell us what are some beautiful plans you have in place towards ensuring that we achieve these goals?
Okay, we're going to start basically from the basic stage, from the simplest stage, and I would say that aspect first is visibility. Apon, most people are not aware that there is an association in Nigeria that professional organizers, because different on Instagram, different people, different pages are springing up and they offer that service. So one of the strategy is to reach out to such ones and bring them under the umbrella of Apon and help them understand that there's an association here that does this. Then two, online, we need to also create work on SEO strategies that would help us become visible, such that on the search engine we want to have our space there. When somebody type professional organizers in Nigeria, Apon should come up. They come on social media, professional organizers or organizing or decluttering, Apon comes up. So the first stage basically is to start with our visibility. Then next stage will be to gather every other existing professionals under this. So every other one, I can't really say everything. I can't say everything out there, but those strategies are in place. I don't want to let so much out, but basically we're going to start from the first stage, which is just working on our visibility. We want people to really know. We want to make so much noise that Apon exists. Apon is here to help you do this. Apon is here to help you realize and achieve your business goals, your business professional organizing business goals. So we need to create that awareness first, because even when it comes to marketing, the first stage you want to start with is awareness. Before you start thinking about customer retention, customer conversion, and all of that. So the first stage basically is awareness. Let's start with that first before we move on to converting them, then retaining them, and from there we're good to go.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Voke. I like that part where you say we're not going to divulge everything. It's like we're hiding some secrets. If you want to know, sometimes people like to hear gist, like what's going on. We're not telling you everything. If you want to hear, come and tiptoe into the Apon association. Keep your ear to one side of the door. You may overhear something. And while you're eavesdropping from behind, either maybe me, because I think I'm the very notorious one. So I will just push you in from behind, straight into the association while you're at the door trying to eavesdrop on what we're doing. So we have secrets. Come listen. As you're listening, prepare to be pushed into something beautiful.
Exactly.
So I'm so excited.
Yeah, I remember in our last meeting we had, physical meeting, that was years back, where we talked about the fact that there was a time makeup was not a thing in Nigeria.
Yes.
Event planning was not a thing in Nigeria.
Catering.
People were like, how would I go and pay money for makeup? How much? But look at how much they are raking in now. They're bringing so much money in that industry, and it has come to stay. I think we need to do the same for professional organizing. So why people might say, in Nigeria it's not going to work, we're going to make it known to them that it would work and it is here to stay. So that's part of the things we'll have in store.
Amazing. I love the sound of that. And one thing I like when you keep saying that, people keep saying it will not. When we started, Shola and I, same thing. This thing will not last. It will not the Nigerian market. And before we knew what was happening, we had a huge backlog of clientele, and after a while, other organizers began to arise. Who would have thought that a group of people who do the same thing, who ordinarily in the regular world should be competing against each other, have decided to come together and make it happen? And that in itself tells you that, look, Apon is here to stay, professional organizing is here to stay, and we're not just here for ourselves, we're here for other organizers in Africa. Come join and come be part of it. We also have links with professional organizers all around the globe, in Italy, in the US, in the UK. So it's a beautiful thing that we're growing and it's brewing. Get ready with your cups, because They're going to drink from what we're brewing here in Apon. Now, another thing that I have been excitedly, looking forward to is when we will eventually do our very first Apon conference. That is one exciting thing that we are all looking forward to. So you
Yeah.
too, keep an eye on our Apon page, keep your ears open, and
Yeah.
hold us accountable. Ask us.
Exactly.
So that conference you people talked about, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? So keep an eye on us, keep an eye on our page, keep your ears open for what we're doing, and by all means, we give you permission to hold us accountable, And if you have any
Exactly.
questions, please put your questions in for us. We are open to answering, even though we're looking to round up soon, but we would answer your questions. If you would like to be a member, you can put it on there. Dami is on board. She's eyeing us from the corner, and she will take note of your name and your details, or just send us a DM and we will get in touch with you. We're excited. We want more people. We don't want to enjoy anything alone. Now, I'm going to ask you one more question, Bukewell. Maybe not just one more question, but one more questions. So I'm just wondering, what is one word of encouragement, or what is one word generally that you would want to leave behind for the people who are listening today, that when they take back and they remember, it will propel and, trigger something positive in their space concerning organizing? What is that one thing that you just want to drop, that nugget?
Is it with regards to upcoming professional organizers or to everyone
Well,
in general?
we everyone in general, something that covers. Okay, you know what? Let's not generalize it. We always say in our professional organizing that we try not to do one size fits all.
It's
So
all,
let's not do
yeah.
one size fits all. So give us something to encourage, leave behind something to encourage um, anybody else that is here watching. Maybe they just love organizing. Maybe their friends just call them here because they're one of those people that like straightening things and putting things in order. What is one word for everybody generally, so that when they go back, it just helps them to change one thing about organizing in their lives, whether it's their schedule, whether it's their wardrobe, whether it's their kitchen, whether it's their children. Then also give one word to organizers here. And then I wouldn't even mind a third word for people who may not be organizers, but they're here and maybe they run a business or they have a brand, and you want to just drop one nugget for them, one tip that will help them in terms of their content, posting or management, something they'll take away that will, one, something to help people generally in terms of organizing that they can take away. Two, something to help professional organizers that are here, whether they're APON members or not. And then three, something to help anybody who is just in business in terms of their social media posting and all of that.
Now that you've broken it down, it seems like I could even just leave one word that could run across all
Okay, there you
areas
go.
that you've mentioned now. So the key word would be consistency.
Mm,
Organizing is not a one-off project. It's
mm,
continuous. It's an ongoing process.
mm,
So you might struggle with it at first, but with consistency and discipline,
mm.
you will get the desired result. Like we mentioned
Wow.
earlier with our kids, we are ordinarily or naturally we have that skill to keep
Mm-hmm.
a place tidy.
Mm,
But the people that we live with probably might not be cooperating with us. It can
mm.
be a struggle, it can be frustrating, but when you're consistent and they see how sometimes these things make their life easier,
Yeah.
they will come on board. So
Mm,
consistency is the watchword. And the next thing I would say for those who are coming up and struggling with content, creating content, it's not easy. I
mm,
don't come on live. I don't come on live Most times people say, why are you always behind the scene and all of that? It's a struggle sometimes to come to do videos and all of that. It takes a lot of effort,
It
honestly,
does.
to do
It
all of that.
does.
And I applaud creators, content creators out there. It's a lot of
Mm,
work. Don't take it for granted what they do. It's a lot of work that goes into it. But if you want to establish yourself as an authority in your
mm.
feed, you need to put
Yeah.
yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say put your life out there, but put out things. You don't have to wait until you have a portfolio or you have a before and after picture
Mm-hmm.
for you to establish yourself as an authority. Giving out tips, that's how I started. Giving out tips, telling people what to do with their space.
Mm-hmm.
Be consistent. Even if it's just twice a week, 3 times a week, but be out there, be present. We let our clients let us into their space.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't, it's not from referrals, they meet us online. But
Mm.
what gives them that confidence to be able to pay before you come to their space and they invite you into their private spaces because you become trustworthy, you become like a friend
Yeah.
that they are
Yeah.
calling. That they feel like they know you, so they are
Mm.
comfortable with you. So what makes it easier for them to take that decision to want to employ your services because you are out there online.
Mm.
You're showing that you're human, that there's a face behind the brand. You're an authority in what you do. So
Yeah.
that's part of
Yeah.
it. Say, don't wait until you have a portfolio. Even when you don't have jobs, just be present online.
Mm.
Show that
Mm.
you're the person behind this brand. Don't make yourself a faceless brand so that
Yeah.
people can
Yeah.
connect with you and employ your service. So basically, across all categories, consistency is the watchword. Be
Mm.
it when it comes to organizing, be it when it comes to your business, be consistent, and with time, everything would work out
Mm.
for good.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Comfy Mama. Well, the other way around, Voke, aka Comfy Mama Lifestyle. We appreciate you for taking time out to come and share. We appreciate you. We give you an Apon applaud for volunteering to support and to do all that you do with Apon. Even though some of us were going to run away, like, who sent this woman? What is
I
it?
heard
Leave
you,
us
I
alone.
heard you by
But
God.
we didn't say it to your face, but inside me, I was saying it inside that what is it now? This woman. But like you said, consistency. The first day I was going to do it, I was palpitating. I was telling my children, oh, I feel like my tummy is running. Oh, I'm feeling. They say, Mommy, calm down. Why are you acting like you've not spoken before? I said, this is different. This is Instagram Live. You can't even edit anything. Ah, God, what
I'm
if I
telling
make a
you.
mistake? And so they were just encouraging me, and then after the first one, by the next one, you hear me again. Wow, my chest. And they will say, but you did it last
I,
week. I'm like, it's
you
not
did a
just
good job.
easy like that. But I find out that now by the third week, it's not like I'm not having palpitations, but it's gradually reducing. And I feel like, the confidence 30%, if
Consistency.
there's going
Yeah.
to be anything like that, that consistency helps. Over time, it just begins to ease things up and even things out. So thank you. You have dropped a very important nugget. If there's anything they go away with, that will be it. So we're so
Yeah.
grateful. We appreciate
Thank
you. And may I just thank everybody who has taken time
you.
to be with
Yeah.
us. We appreciate you. Clara, Seven Masters All, X-Shaw Interiors, Inefies, Bruce, no, Spruce Space, Ebimi, Christine, Sheung, Queen Eye of the Mic, Ami J. We love, love, and appreciate you. Doc Masters.
Thank you.
Who else am I missing? The Property Lady. That
Thank
sounds
you.
interesting. Property
Oh,
Lady. You belong to
oh,
us.
she's
You
one to
belong
watch
to
out
us.
for.
Yes, you belong to us, and we take ownership of you from your name. You've given yourself away. We are very happy. And Inka J, thank you so, so much. And we look forward to seeing you again next Friday on our
Yeah.
fireside chat. Hopefully, I won't be in the car and I'll be by an actual fireside. I've been begging people who is bringing the fire. There was one time Comfy Mama was talking and she said fire. I wanted to help her spell it Faya. When the matter is serious, you don't say fire, you say fire. So, who is bringing the fire into this place? So, next week we have yet another Apon executive. What we're doing every Friday is to tell you more about Apon, tell you the various aspects of Apon, and showcase our leadership so that you can put, like Voke said, you can put faces to the names that are behind Apon. And when they say Apon, you remember my face and my consistent nodding, like Shola would say, like an Agama lizard. You remember my consistent nodding. You remember Voke and her lovely wine-colored dress and the bow and everything. You remember all the things her dad said about her dad. And you just remember everything. Clara, who moderated for us the first day, you remember all of those things. And you will feel like you know Apon. And then you'll be able to tell somebody, oh, you need somebody to clear something. You go to Apon, they would help you because you can now put a face. So we're bringing more of our leaders out. And I like that when you see them, you can tell that they are not just about words. They actually are trained in so many other aspects that help them bring those additional values to Apon. And I would encourage you to. The world is going tech. The world is, is revolutionizing the way things are. Tap into any additional skills that you can. And when you add it to what you already do, it will become the icing on your cake. In fact, I dare say, if you do it very well, apart from being the icing on the cake, there will be a cherry on top of the icing again. So we are wishing you well from Apon. We love you. We are glad that you could join us. We do not take it for granted. Please feel free to share our we appreciate you. We love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.